live.
Whew, now maybe we can relax. Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. I'm Pete Braley. This is my son, Matt.
That's me.
Your executive producer and creator of this whole show. And yes, I say what?
It's been a morning.
Yeah. Now we can relax and start the show because about 10 of 8, we discovered little Charlie had an accident in the studio.
Yep.
And then we figured when he does one, he usually has to do the other. So he was doing his little I have to go dance. So we took him outside at 10 of 8. And just okay.
Hopefully everything works. I don't know. This was a really quick setup today. So
was it?
We'll see. I don't know.
Charlie's now wandering the studio. We have to invest in a Charlie cam so that we can follow him around. He is laying down on my feet right now on a blanket. Today's the day that Trish comes home during the show.
Although I called Trish and she didn't answer, which normally is not a good sign. Oh. She could just be ignoring me. That happens. I'm an annoying person. So.
Are you sure it happens?
It does happen. Yeah.
Usually when I call, unless she's ignoring me, but usually when I call and she doesn't answer, she's with the patient.
Yeah, she might be. So we'll see. We might have Charlie for the whole show today.
You never know. Plus, when I had him outside to do his duty, I noticed that a truck was pulling up across the street carrying like a backhoe. So
nice.
I don't know if we're going to have that lovely, sound of construction equipment accompanying today's show, but we will see.
We'll see.
Welcome to Thursday. It is July 8th. This is show number 25. And I did get some good news for parents. I read yesterday that Storyland is getting ready to reopen today. Storyland in New Hampshire, the theme park has only been open Fridays through Tuesdays. Right, so they just took 2 days off, right? But now it is, or as of July 16th, the park will be open for 7 days a week, so you can go for Storyland fun. Was that one of your favorites growing up?
To be honest, I don't remember it that much.
You don't remember Storyland much?
No, I remember it vaguely. I feel like we stopped going when I was still kind of young.
Might have been.
So maybe we'll go back.
Santa's Village, do you remember?
Storyland, I do remember Santa's Village. Yeah. Is Storyland kind of like kiddish, or would I still like it as a 22-year-old? I mean, I'm very young at heart, so.
Probably if we brought Liam.
Okay.
So you would like see it through his eyes, but yeah, I don't think it's like, I don't remember it as being like a Six Flags or Disney
not like
or
big rides or anything like
that. Right. I think they have the polar coaster there. For the roller coaster.
All right.
It's called a polar coaster, but...
Well, that's like thinking about Santa's Village. The roller coaster there is like not even a roller coaster.
True. But you don't want to upset the little tykes.
True.
Sarah does want to take Liam to Santa's Village, though, so...
We'll have to go.
I don't know if it's happening this year or not, but... Welcome to Thursday. Today is National Freezer Pop Day, and basically it's those ones you buy in the grocery store, maybe a penny piece. You buy a box of them and you stick them in the freezer.
I love those.
So, now, yeah... And when do you ever age out of those, or is it okay to still, buy a box of freezer pops for yourself?
I would think you can't age out of them.
No.
I don't know. I mean, if you're like maybe eating them in public, people might be like, "Wow, what a child." But I don't know. In confines of your own house, do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
I'm young at heart.
There you go.
It's also National Chocolate with Almonds Day.
Disgusting.
Really?
Why do you have to ruin chocolate with almonds?
I love a Hershey almond bar.
No.
That ruins the Hershey bars.
Hershey bars are good as Hershey bars without almonds.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just don't like almonds, right?
Yeah, not a fan of not a fan of nuts, but I'm not a fan of nuts and chocolate.
It's just that
wasn't even a joke. I mean, I genuinely am not a fan of like peanuts or anything like that in chocolate. I think it ruins the chocolate.
How do you feel about the peanut butter and chocolate?
Oh yeah, big fan of that.
Oh yeah. I was going to say.
I just don't like crunchy chocolate. Like, I don't know.
All right. I get your point.
Yeah.
On the date book today, it was on this day in 1947, reports were broadcast that a UFO had crash-landed in Roswell, New Mexico. Dun, dun, dun.
But what was it? Did we ever find out?
Definitively?
Yeah.
No.
All right. It's the government's secret now.
Rumors of little green men? Yes, but no. On this day in 1996, the Spice Girls released their debut single. It was called Wannabe. And on this day in 1831, John Pemberton was born in Knoxville, Georgia. Who is John Pemberton? Well, he was a pharmacist. But why is he he invented Coca-Cola?
Seems like the wrong kind of guy to invent Coca-Cola.
What, a
I
pharmacist?
feel like a pharmacist. I mean, a pharmacist. You're not like a doctor, but I feel like you're still on the side of making sure people are healthy, right?
Yeah.
And then you go and invent Coke,
Coca-Cola, which
its best use is to take rust off things. But
yeah, right.
I don't know. I can't talk too much crap. I do like Coke. So. The soda.
Yes, good thing you
need to clarify.
Wasn't there cocaine in the first recipe?
I think originally.
Yeah, I think there was.
Again, why? He was a pharmacist. What is he doing?
It'll be fine. Just take it in moderation.
I mean, I don't know what happened back then, but I don't think they sold cocaine at the pharmacy.
Celebrity birthdays. Kevin Bacon is 63, and Toby Keith is 60 today. Let's see. I don't think we got too much email. We did get a couple of comments yesterday. You had one in the chat, and I got one commented on the YouTube video. Katrina was pointing out that I guess we were wondering why Disney was on the All-American list.
Yeah.
And Katrina also mentioned the Hall of Presidents. Like
Diane had mentioned
like
that
Diane
yesterday.
did in the tweet,
Yes.
in the chat. And she also mentioned Liberty Square. They do have Liberty Square. So
I mean, patriotic things, but I don't know if that necessarily makes it patriotic. I guess maybe.
I just think that, when an American family thinks of going away, they think of Disney. So like Disney is an American brand,
Did you see that Disney apparently made the Hillary Clinton?
Yes.
What are they called? The robots
in the Hall of Presidents, the animatronic.
Yes,
animatronic.
They made the Hillary Clinton one before they actually had the results, and then when Trump won, they just remade that robot
Modified it.
into, and it looks terrible.
If you look at the Donald Trump robot, you could see how they were going.
Yeah.
For the Hillary.
I just
robot.
thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
No matter what side you're on, that's funny.
Coming up today, the type of TV you watch and what it reveals about your personality.
All right.
The thing has me dead on, I think. We'll take a look at this. What do you think? A 4-day work week. Would you like to have that?
I would. So what show are we giving up? What day?
So Thursday? Well, today's Thursday, right? So
that's going to do it for today. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. We're taking the day off, apparently.
I always thought Thursday was a tweener day. You got the middle of the week, you're at hump day, yeah. And then, of course, Friday's Friday. And Thursday's just kind of there.
Now, I would want one of the bookends. Give yourself a longer weekend.
Good point.
Just struggle through the days to get. I mean, I say struggle. Hopefully, people are doing what they like. But
right. Well, we did talk about taking Mondays off at one point.
Yeah. So I'd be okay with Mondays off or Fridays off.
Maybe we should revisit that.
It might be too late now.
A 4-day work week is being studied, and the results look pretty good. How do you feel about Subway? I know we talked about Burger King, we've talked about McDonald's and Taco Bell and all that, but where does Subway fit on your list? They have some changes coming to their menu we'll talk about. And Garth Brooks is coming to Foxborough for the first time.
I didn't know that was his first time.
I didn't either.
Oh, we have a surprise guest.
Is Mommy's home?
Why didn't you answer my call, Trish?
Were you ignoring his calls?
No, I was talking to somebody else.
Oh, talking to someone more important.
But I don't. Okay, there's a thing called call waiting where you can answer somebody else's call. I don't understand why you can't answer me. We do this every Thursday. She'll answer all angry. She's like, "What?" I'm talking to Auntie Bernie, which I love Auntie Bernie, so
yes.
I wouldn't want to interrupt that conversation. But I don't understand why you can't just be like, "Hey, I'm on my way home. This many minutes out. Hang up." That's all I needed to know.
That's it.
We had a poop situation. We were trying to figure out who was going to handle it.
I had to take him outside at 10 of 8. It was crunch time.
He ended up handling it.
So, Charlie's all happy to see Mommy.
Yep.
Charlie's all happy.
He's falling all over the place. He's not peeing on the floor though, because he's peed many times.
He already went in the studio.
He peed on the floor and he peed outside.
Yeah.
It's been a morning, Trish. You would know if you answered my call.
Hashtag good morning, Trish, huh?
All right. Later.
Anybody checking in this morning before I get to the news?
Gail says happy Thursday. It's a Thursday, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And she also says Hershey with almonds are the best and never too old to do anything that makes you happy.
There you go.
There you go. So freeze pop it
So
up.
if I want to wear my socks and sandals and eat a freeze pop, I'm just going to do it.
In the confines of your own house, sure. Yeah.
Mom is shaking her head.
She's walking out of here.
Her head, yeah. I can understand that, though, with not wanting nuts in a peanut bar. I mean, nuts in a chocolate bar.
And it's not just almonds. Like it's anything. Like,
anything.
Not a fan of. I mean, crunch bars are okay because that's like rice. I think they put rice in the.
I don't know if they do, but it seems
chocolate.
like that. Yes,
those are all right. Not a fan though. I'm a big like Milky Way because Milky Way is basically a Snickers without the nuts in it. So I'm a big Milky Way fan.
Pretty much, yeah.
Three Musketeers, peanut butter cups, stuff like that.
So
Just
this
stuff
is
without nuts in it.
This is your Mount Rushmore of candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But specifically with Reese's, it would be the Easter eggs.
And not the regular peanut butter cup?
No, the Easter eggs are way better. It's like Easter eggs, the hearts at Valentine's Day, and then the Christmas trees. Those are the three best Reese's, and then
Cool.
probably the cups.
I do agree with you about the Easter eggs.
There's more peanut butter.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my
better shape.
what would be on your Mount Rushmore of candy bars? So you've got how many presidents are there? 4 on Mount Rushmore. All right, so my 4. I would go with a Reese's peanut butter cup as number 1. Hershey almond bar would be number 2.
No, that's no. I don't think I've ever seen you eat. I think that's a lie. I think you're lying.
Oh no.
I've never seen you eat one.
Oh, okay. Once we're done,
I don't get how it's on your Mount Rushmore.
then
That's
I
all I'm
guess.
saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, then I'll put the regular Hershey bar up there too because those two are great. And I don't know what the 4th would be. What would be my 4th candy bar?
You really only eat Reese's, I feel like.
Yeah,
Big
pretty
Reese's
much.
guy.
I like M&M's. Would that count as a candy bar?
I would.
Yeah.
I would throw it in there.
All right, so that would be my 4.
Let us know what your Mount Rushmore of candy bars is.
Yes.
We would love to know.
Important topics being discussed this morning.
Yes.
All right. By the way, we encourage you to share or click like on any of our posts. It helps. And also, we're on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter throughout the day. And if you like the video, please subscribe. I noticed last night we're up to 106 subscribers.
Yes.
Yay.
And if you see weird filters on any of the posts, it's Pete. It's Pete's fault. I need to publicly address the situation.
I don't know how I did it, okay?
Pete struggles with social media. We're still working on it. It's a work in progress.
He has me posting videos and stuff later in the day.
Don't make it seem like I'm
No, I'm saying
moving some work onto you.
You do so much work.
I make all the clips.
That's right. You make this happen. Okay.
I was thinking, well, maybe Pete can do one thing for me. One thing. Just post them. And the main reason is because I forget. Like if you notice a post going up at like 9 o'clock at night, it's because I forgot all day. And so I was like, all right, well, let's have Pete do it. So I thought he could, and I was wrong, but we're gonna work on it. We're going to work on it.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what I did yesterday, but I clicked on a filter, which made the whole thing brighter.
The thing is, filters are okay if it's like if you're shooting videos on your phone, but like I shoot the videos on nice cameras and I edit them and I do all this stuff, so you don't need filters. Okay. Filters actually make it look worse. And I go on Instagram just to see if he posted it last night. It has a filter on it. I'm like, okay.
So tonight around 6, go to Instagram and see if I got it right.
We'll see.
Okay, I'll try.
See. Dana did say morning gents vertical on the Boo Boo bus, and he said Reese's, M&M's, Kit Kat, and Nestle Crunch Bar. That's the one that I think has rice in it.
All right. I forgot Kit Kat. So
unpopular opinion. I'm not a fan of Kit Kats. I think they're a little overrated.
Why is
People
a Kit
love
Kat
Kit Kats.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think there's. When you think about it, there's not a lot of chocolate on it. It's
just
a lot.
On top.
What would you call it? A wafer? Is it like
a
wafer?
That's
inside?
a cookie.
That's like the majority of it. There's like a little bit of chocolate on it. I don't know. Not a huge fan.
So let us know your Mount Rushmore of candy bars. All right, either in the chat or later today. You can email or comments on the video.
And Nathan did say Auntie Bernie is my grandma Bernie. Love her too. She's the best. She's the single greatest human being on this planet. And if everyone can strive to be like Auntie Bernie, then it'll be a nice world.
I want to grow up to be just like her.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's get to the news on this Thursday morning. Just a couple of stories for you. We can expect to pay more to fill up our tanks, at least through the end of August. The average price of gas nationwide has climbed to $3.13. That's a high for the year and up 40% since January 1st.
Thanks, Obama. I don't know. I just like everybody that likes to throw that in there.
They thank Biden for that.
No, I know. That was the joke. Thanks.
And fuel costs are not expected to drop anytime soon. According to AAA, prices will rise another 10 to 20 cents at the pump between now and the end of August. The main factors behind the steep climb in gas prices: rising global oil prices, businesses reopening as COVID-19 eases across most of the country, and the pent-up demand for travel.
Yeah, it's supply and demand, guys.
Yeah.
Might not be who the president is. But anyways.
Meteorologists in Massachusetts are closely watching the track of Tropical Storm Elsa and how it could impact the weather across southern New England for this weekend. Elsa was lashing western Florida yesterday Tuesday and early Wednesday before it started to move north. With the storm forecast to pass over Massachusetts Friday, Eversource is asking its customers to be ready for possible power outages or damage. Current forecasts have Elsa passing over somewhere between southern Plymouth County and Barnstable County tomorrow afternoon. Some areas could see several inches of rain in just a few hours, and winds could gust up to 50 miles an hour or more on the Cape and Islands. Eversource says it is bringing additional crews in to prepare for the storm.
I think he's just messed up that it's rain, like it's a hurricane and not a blizzard. I feel like something named Elsa, you need snow. It should be
right.
like a snow hurricane.
Yeah. And how many weather reports or news updates have you seen where they fit the phrase "let it go" in? It's like,
oh, have they been?
Yeah, doesn't it get to a point where it's not funny?
Yeah, I think news, like traditional news stations, just need to stop. Like they're the most corniest people I've ever seen in my life. Like they try and do like TikTok trends, and I don't know, they try and be super hip when like no hip person is watching the news on TV. That's my opinion. They try way too. It's a bunch of like 40-year-old white dads that are doing the news. Like that's just the truth. And none of them know how to dance or anything. Yet they all insist. News is not a place where you need to dance, but they all insist on dancing at some point.
And I don't know when it became a thing, but TV consultants all of a sudden said, "Oh, we want you to do a little witty banter between each other before you go to the next story." It's like, yeah, but I mean, witty banter happens. You know, you can't.
I was going to say, be careful. That's literally what we're building a career on here.
That's right, witty banter.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you agree that some of our best witty banter just happens?
Well, yeah, you can
can't
easily tell when news anchors like don't actually talk to the other person at all, and they're trying to fit something in before the break, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. We need to just blow up the entire news formula and start from scratch, because it just
doesn't work for you.
No, it doesn't work for me. It's corny.
Just one other story this morning. 4 friends are following in their father's footsteps, walking from Maine to Fenway Park for a good cause. The friends' fathers started the tradition nearly 50 years ago, walking more than 100 miles to raise money for the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute and the Jimmy Fund. This week, their children are continuing the legacy. They left Tuesday, and they hope to be at Fenway on Sunday. They've already raised more than $30,000, so good for them.
I feel like big walks for charities are becoming a big thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I feel like I should walk somewhere.
Somewhere far away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me know. Should I walk somewhere?
And where should he walk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, because Eddie from the Bobby Bone Show just walked.
Oh, yeah. He did what? West Virginia to
Tennessee because of the George Strait song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll have to see where we can
Where
send
am I
Matt.
walking?
Yeah. Where's he going? Red Sox, ended up losing 2 out of 3 to Anaheim. Yesterday was getaway day. We'll have that for you in a moment. I said Anaheim again.
Instead of what? I missed
Well,
it.
they are the Los Angeles Angels.
The Angels. Yes.
But
They've been
I
Anaheim Angels for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a survey that found men are having less close friends than they used to. The percentage of men with at least 6 close friends fell by half since 1990. The study also found that men without any close friends jumped from 3 to 15%, and 1 in 5 American men who aren't married or in a relationship say they don't have any close friends. The study said it's possible that men are making fewer close relationships because they are less likely to share their feelings or ask for help. Another reason was because men make close friendships at work, but with Americans working longer hours or working from home, that has led to fewer friendships.
I could see that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But
I would also say people are just becoming faker.
Faker?
Boom. No,
All
I'm
right,
just
now,
kidding.
I was...
I don't know. Maybe.
I was going to say people are just getting too busy.
Yeah, I could see that.
You know?
Yeah. Plus, I don't know. I feel like we've just kind of become more independent as a society. Like,
do you think since the pandemic?
Yeah, I think that definitely accelerated it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. You have to work on your close friends.
Or we'll just have to. Someone needs to make like a Tinder for friends. You just like swipe and try and find a friend.
Just keep swiping until you find someone who likes the stuff.
Guys,
you like.
I come up with stupid ideas like all the time. Someone just needs to take them and run with it.
There you
could probably
go.
do something with it. Maybe there is a friend's Tinder. I don't know. Could be.
All right. Homework assignment for me
I feel
later
like it's
today.
not a good idea, but I don't think it's a bad one. Like, I feel like you could definitely make it. And if someone with a better mind than me could probably make it into something cool.
How many great things have been developed in life with the saying of, I feel like it's not a great thing, but it's not a bad thing.
I mean, yeah, think of like every, I don't know, just normal invention. Like, I'm trying to think of an example on the spot. I mean, sliced bread. Like, we say that's the greatest invention of all time.
It wasn't a bad thing.
It was just a guy that was like, hey, I need an easier way to eat my sandwich. Eating an entire loaf of bread with a sandwich is just too many carbs.
It's too thick, man.
Yeah,
Too many carbs.
how do I figure this out?
Back in the
And so
1700s,
he sliced the bread. He was like, this makes more sense now.
back in the 1700s, they cared about carbs.
Maybe. He just took a giant loaf, cut it in half, and put meat in the middle. And he was like, I feel like if I cut it more times, it'll
This
be
makes
better.
me feel so heavy.
Yeah,
and
he's like, I
bloated.
feel bloated
Yeah.
today. What can I do?
Sports this morning. Shohei Ohtani hit his major league leading 32nd home run and broke the single season major league record for homers by a Japanese player during the Angels' 5-4 win over the Red Sox on Wednesday. Fellow All-Star Jared Walsh homered twice for the Angels, who took 2 out of 3 from the Red Sox. The Sox have an off day today before they host the Phillies. The Tampa Bay Lightning are once again Stanley Cup champions as they beat Montreal by a score of 1-0. So I guess we can look forward to another Tom Brady video that says, Tampa, we're
that's
champions.
right. I always forget that he's in Tampa Bay.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, until you see him out there.
Yep.
Bill Cosby wants to go back on tour, and he wants to go back to doing stand-up. Is this a good idea? I'll get to that in just a moment. But I mentioned Subway sandwiches at the start of the show because last week we were talking about Burger King. You're not a fan.
Yeah.
Why do people go to Burger King? Others agreed with you. We also mentioned other fast food places.
I mentioned Arby's, by the way. I do have to say, I think it was Nathan that said Arby's is bigger down south.
Okay.
So maybe it's just me.
I have
being
gone
up
to
here.
Arby's down in Virginia. I do.
Yeah,
love
I've
their
been once, and
roast
it
beef
was in
and
Virginia.
cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know where the nearest Arby's is.
All right. So how does Subway fit in your list of things? Now,
Subway's okay.
we used to go to Subway more like when you were playing ball.
Yeah,
right?
I will say, I mean, this sounds really lazy, but this is just the truth of it all. With no drive-through, I feel like Subway. I mean, all sandwich shop. Now that I'm thinking about it, is there a drive-through sandwich shop?
I don't think so.
Okay, great. Now I have to make a drive-through sandwich shop.
There you
I
go.
got a busy schedule.
You do.
Recently.
You do. And look at this, an idea that came to you before midnight.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Subway's okay. I feel like there's a lot of sandwich shops popping up. Jersey Mike's is getting big.
Yep.
Jersey Mike's is expensive, though. That's the thing about
I
Jersey
agree.
Mike's.
I
Yeah.
agree.
What's the other one? that
Down
you
in
used to go to?
Virginia, we go to Firehouse.
Yeah. I feel like
D'Angelo's?
D'Angelo's around here. D'Angelo's is really good, but I feel like it doesn't get a lot of love.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I'm
Subway
basing
kind of
this.
steals their
I'm
thunder.
basing this solely off of the steak and cheese. I don't know if they have other stuff that's good. Their
Well-
steak and cheese is amazing. I love their bread. I don't know what they use.
You
like,
would have
what's
to have
good about it, but
you would have to have all of these predetermined sandwiches, right? If you had your drive-through,
yeah.
because you couldn't pull up to a drive-through and say, "Yeah, give me some."
I feel like everybody
cucumbers,
knows, though.
some lettuce.
Like I feel like you could, like if they have a menu of like what toppings they have, you could just be like, you could just order it like a normal drive-through, right? Am I going? I don't know. I feel like this is a good idea.
Number one,
Dana, you're a chef. Maybe we can get something cooking here.
do you know of a drive-through sandwich shop, and do you think it will work?
I mean, down south they have like drive-through convenience stores. You're telling me we can't do a drive-through sandwich shop?
That's true.
I'm just saying. But I feel like with the more sandwich shops popping up, I feel like Subway hasn't really changed much recently.
Well, they are making the biggest menu change in their history. The changes include new recipes for the chain's Italian and multi-grain breads, as well as new sandwich toppings. Other changes include Subway's bacon will now be hickory smoked, and its turkey and ham will be sliced more thinly.
Can we talk about how these are the biggest changes we've ever made? And it's like a different type of bacon and slicing things differently. Doesn't seem crazy to me.
They're also bringing back past items like their rotisserie-style chicken. That was good.
I didn't even know they got rid of it.
And their roast beef. The changes come after years of declining sales at the sandwich chain.
How are you a sandwich shop and you don't have roast beef?
I know. Did they stop making all of their roast beef sandwiches?
Gary says some Subways do have drive-thrus. There's one in Rhode Island down the street. All right, I can't chase down the idea. I mean, I could just make a better sandwich shop. That's what capitalism is, right? Just making something better than somebody else.
Yep.
Diane says Jersey Mike's coming to Fairhaven.
Oh, nice.
Where's it going? I'm trying to
wonder
think
where
of where
that's
there's
gonna
like
be.
an open spot. That'd be cool. Why is it so expensive there compared to other sub
It
shops,
is,
right?
It is, yeah. There's one in Dartmouth, and we went to, which is, for those that don't know, the one town over. And your mother and I went there, and we walked out, and it was like, damn, what did we buy? You know?
Yeah.
That was expensive for two.
We used to always look to get it at work, but we were like, no, let's not.
Yeah.
Let's not do it.
All right. Entertainment news this morning, and fresh out of jail, Bill Cosby is already working on a docuseries about himself, and he's plotting a return to stand-up comedy. Think about that for a minute.
Diane said, boo, Bill Cosby. I agree.
Cosby's rep, Andrew Wyatt, says the comedian, who is 83, wants to hit the road and tell jokes, and his reps have contacted several promoters and comedy clubs who say that they are open to the idea. Despite widespread backlash and outrage over his prison release, Wyatt claims the world wants to see Mr. Cosby.
Do they, though? Like, I feel like that could just be a lie. I don't know. Who would go to the... First off, like, take all the prison stuff away.
Yeah.
I don't even think he would be that funny anymore. Like, he's 80-something. He's probably
83.
really out of touch.
83. Yeah.
I don't even think it would be a good show, regardless of all this.
He was hilarious back in the day.
The only reason people would go is probably because, like, I don't know, it's fun to watch, like, a fire, like a burning fire.
Yeah.
So people would go because...
And I think, if they're contacting these promoters, what's a promoter's job? To get people in the seats.
Yeah,
you're definitely going to get a crowd.
It
right?
just stinks that, like, the whole docuseries, this comedy tour, like, he's now banking off of the things that he did, the wrongs. I mean, he literally is guilty. Like, it was just a technicality, and now he's out, and it's really messed up.
He says he wants to go around the country making appearances in prisons, schools, and neighborhoods, talking to people about being better citizens and curbing violence.
I think he needs to take his own advice, no?
Yeah, maybe. The trainer for Marcel, the monkey on Friends, slammed David Schwimmer for speaking out against the two monkeys that played Ross Geller's furry friends on the show. The trainer, who oversaw the two monkeys during the 8 episodes of the show, said that Schwimmer was fine with the monkeys for the first couple of episodes, and he was happy to be there. But people would laugh at the monkey, and I think he got jealous because it wasn't him getting the laughs. He seemed to get a little bitter about them being there after that. During the Friends reunion special, if you haven't seen it, Schwimmer said the monkeys would have issues getting their timing down, so they would have to keep reshooting scenes.
Yeah, he did rash on the monkeys quite heavily. I don't know, though. I would hope that he's not like, well, hey, this monkey's getting more laughs than me. But, I mean, maybe. It's Hollywood. So
Yeah, I can see that
you never
happening.
know. I wasn't there, but it kind of sounds like the trainer is a little salty.
For the first time ever, Garth Brooks will be playing a concert at Gillette Stadium. The country legend will perform at the home of the Patriots October 9th, his first show in New England in 6 years. Tickets for the show will be $94.95 each.
Yeah, concerts at Gillette are expensive, huh?
Wow. They go on sale Friday, July 16th at 10 a.m. You can get tickets through Ticketmaster.com/Garth Brooks. Would be a great show, but almost $100
That
for
is
one
expensive.
seat.
And that's probably the cheapest, I would assume. It's only going to go up from there.
Yeah, probably. All right, a personality profile for you this morning. Are anyone weighing in on candy bars?
Yeah, I do need to catch up.
Yeah, we've
here.
given 2 assignments here. What is your Mount Rushmore of candy bars?
I don't know. Yeah, we don't know much on the candy bars, but I will say, Diane said like Forrest Gump, the walking, going for a walk for charity. I should do like Forrest Gump, but she says watch the entire movie, man. I do need to watch the movie. And Dana says the Forrest Gump soundtrack is pretty good. Can you concur?
Yes.
I can't.
Yeah,
I can't.
is.
I need to watch the movie. I'm sorry.
I was clicking around last night to see what's on, which I think is an old school thing now. Because
What? Oh, Yeah.
Well, last night you came downstairs when I was looking at Netflix, trying to find something to watch.
That's like today's clicking around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I started by going to the guide and going through the channels to see what was
like
on.
Cable. Like,
Yeah, which I guess no one does anymore, but I do.
Well, I mean, at least we have a guide. Back in your day, you had to like go through each channel.
No, I had to buy a TV guide on Fridays at the grocery store.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, back in my day when I was younger and we didn't have TV guides, it was clicking.
Well, what
through
I
the
was getting
channel.
at is when I was clicking through the channels, Forrest Gump was on, which it probably is every day somewhere.
Probably.
right?
Yeah.
And I was going to say, hey, but then I realized we're probably halfway
That's
into
the
it.
thing. I struggle with movies that are on cable. It really bugs me because what are the chances that you click onto a movie right as it's starting?
Right as it's starting,
And I hate starting movies halfway through. Probably because I've seen so many parts of movies like Forrest Gump. And so it just bugs me. Anytime I see like a great movie on TV, but we're like 20 minutes in, I'm like, well, I missed the entire beginning.
Didn't Comcast have a feature once where if you joined 20 minutes late, you could click on something and it would start from the beginning?
I think if it was on demand, if it was like free on demand, you could
All right.
choose to watch the on demand.
I do remember something about that. That you
Maybe,
could, you
unless
could
there was
click
something
to go
else.
to the beginning.
I don't really know.
All right.
Diane said, "Yay bolts for the Tampa Bay Lightning."
Oh,
Big
yeah,
Tampa Bay people.
She was down there, yeah.
Gail said, "The thermos may be the most amazing invention. It keeps hot things hot and cold things cold. How do it know?" That's true.
How does it know which one's in there?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
Yeah.
the technology is flawless. That's like Hydro Flasks and Yetis. Like, they literally keep ice cubes frozen for days, it feels like.
I made your sister laugh once, or maybe shake her head. This is your sister, Sarah, because she bought me a Yeti coffee mug.
Yeah, the one that says Grampy on it or something like that.
It says Grampy, and she bought me that for Christmas one year, I think. And she was asking me down in Virginia, she's like, why don't you use your Yeti, Dad? Why don't you? And it actually kept the coffee too hot.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
I
'cause-
ran into that problem.
I mean,
When I was driving to Bridgewater, I ran into that problem.
You know, I kind of like that, as the show goes on, it gets cooler and cooler. You know?
Well, I don't know if you
So-
noticed, I make my coffee 20 minutes before the show, and then I don't drink it until the show starts.
Yeah, you never do.
I figured out the perfect time to make the coffee.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, to me, the Yeti mugs keep it too hot.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah, I used to have to make it in the Yeti like really early before I would leave the house, and would leave the lid off, and then when I left, I would put the lid on. And it was still kind of too hot. They worked too well.
Question for Gail and the thermos. Did you ever forget it on the roof of your car?
I forgot a Yeti on the roof of my car one time.
So one time, I used to make a thermos of coffee every day before I went to work. And for some reason, I went out and I put it on the roof of the car to put my other stuff in. Then I get in the car and I pulled away. The thermos went flying. And sure enough, when you pick it up, you get that because all that stuff shatters. You know?
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. All the whatever it is that's in a thermos.
Is it like a Yeti? Like I think it's aluminum.
Yeah, but it had like a lining.
Oh, okay.
You know, so the lining shatters.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, yeah, I left my Yeti cup on top of it. Was pouring outside, and I was leaving work, and I had a bunch of stuff to carry. And I put the Yeti on the roof, put the stuff in the car, got in the car, drove away, and it fell off. And the metal hitting the ground was like the loudest sound I've ever heard in my life. I thought it was like a gunshot. So then I immediately realized that I forgot it. And it was okay. It survived, except I missed the little slidey piece on top.
Oh, yeah.
Never got it back.
Little
'Cause
magnet.
It's held on by a magnet, and
Yep.
it was pouring. It was dark. I did not stay outside and try and find it. But yeah, what else? A lot of people are talking about the drive-through sandwich shops. Diane said we used to have a drive-through sandwich shop. I think where the smoke shop is now, next to Sweet Ginger. Do you remember that? I don't remember a sandwich shop. But Dana did say, let me see if I can find it. He said you'd have to be really quick and have huge prep available. That's true. But I like this. We're already starting discussions on our shop. We're having a meeting about it live on the internet. This is perfect. No one can steal our idea. Absolutely not.
No.
Gail said the drive-through liquor stores. What's with that? Yeah, that's like it's
Is
like
that a thing?
convenience store. Yeah, down south I've seen something. There's like drive-through. I thought it was convenience stores. Maybe it's just liquor stores. But yeah, so I feel like if there's that, I mean, we can have a sub shop. But apparently there already are Subways with
Drive-through windows.
drive-throughs.
Yeah.
Diane also says the Jersey Mike's is going next to Brick Pizza in the Stop and Shop Plaza.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
All right.
nice and close to us.
Yet another traffic hazard at that corner.
What do you mean? In the plaza?
Well, it's just at that corner, It's Route 6 in Skonnekonek.
Yeah.
Cars are always going into this plaza, that plaza.
Oh, yeah. I hate that stretch of road.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
terrible.
The traffic pattern is just unreal.
Dana says my Yeti keeps the coffee nuclear.
Yes.
It works too well with coffee.
I mean, if you like nuclear coffee, fine, but it's too hot for me.
But, I mean, do you have any taste buds left if you like your coffee nuclear, or have you burned them all off? Abby says, I always forget travel mugs at work.
Yeah.
I mean, I would just always forget them on the roof of my car. I always remembered them, but then they would fall off the top.
And depends how many travel mugs you have. You could get down to just one left at the house, and you've got 4 at the office.
Yep.
So.
Then you got to bring them all home, wash them. They probably smell like death. Gail says, absolutely forgot it on the roof of my car many times.
Many times.
Yep.
I only did it once.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Contega makes a great thermal container, too. Ice cubes stay all day in the sun.
I didn't know about that one.
Diane said, I once left my phone on the top of my car by mistake. Lost it, never did find it there. Went all the pictures from middle school till freshman year. Oh,
wow.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know if I would ever, because I know that I forget things, I would never put anything valuable on the roof. No chance. Because the chance of forgetting it is like 95%.
Yeah.
And she said, no, I didn't have it backed up on the cloud. Stupid me. I know, a lot of people talk crap about the cloud, but the cloud is useful. The cloud is useful. Plus, everybody's getting your information elsewhere. So
yeah,
whatever.
I mean, that's the thing about people talking about the government's putting a chip in you when you get your vaccination shot, which they're not.
I have 2 things to say to that.
What's
One, you don't matter that much. I'm
we're
sorry,
really not that
but
important.
you don't matter that much. And 2, they can get your location anytime they want.
It's right here.
Yep.
They're getting everything right here.
It's in my laptop. Like, Find My iPhone is great, because if you lose your iPhone, you can always find it. But it's also great because anyone can find you
That's right.
at any time.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on.
All right. I mentioned a personality profile that I found yesterday. This is about the TV you watch and what it reveals about you. We are a nation of TV lovers. Probably more so we're a nation of screen lovers now, but watching the
screen addicts, I would say.
Yeah. Americans watching the small screen for 112 hours a month.
I did the math. That's 3.7 hours a day, which I never have time to watch that much. I love TV, but I can only manage like a max of 2 hours.
Max of 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little wonder that the programs you are hooked on can reveal a lot about you, according to psychologists. Now, if you have a love of soap shows, soap opera types, you crave a routine, and you are the happiest of viewers, while thrillers signal that you are an extrovert. Crime drama enthusiasts, now would you say this is me, Mom?
Yes.
We watch your Chicago Fire, Chicago PD.
Cat's a big crime scene show.
All right.
Person.
Crime drama enthusiasts like the distraction from their stressful lives and are often incredibly perceptive.
See, but what if their life is also in, she's not like crime, but she's a paramedic, so I feel like she's in a lot of these situations.
Yeah.
Is that really, taking a break from the busy? I feel like she's staying in it.
Especially not if we're watching Chicago Fire and there's a scene where the ambulance pulls up and she goes, we don't do it like that.
Yeah, exactly. So, is it really relaxing?
They would never do. They'd lose their ticket if they did that.
Yeah.
Okay. People with perceptive personalities are drawn to this genre because it gives them the chance to explore the nuances of human behavior. Okay.
Interesting.
Crime drama viewers use their favorite shows as a healthy way to offload the inner stresses that they're carrying. By projecting their own inner stress on the unfolding drama, they can detach, relax, and achieve emotional release when the crime is solved.
There's nothing that relaxes my stress more than watching a serial killer kill a bunch of people. It's peaceful to me. Okay,
So
it's peaceful.
He's terrorizing a city.
Yes, it's beautiful. It's art.
Do you like reality TV? I do not.
I don't think I've ever really been into it.
Reality TV lovers are some of the friendliest viewers. But the hardcore reality TV fans also adore being the center of attention and are likely to be the life and soul of the party, according to experts.
Interesting.
Now, that would be what, like your Big Brothers,
your Jersey Shore,
Survivor.
I don't know I don't think Jersey Shore is on anymore.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
The non-reality reality shows.
Did you see the meme that was going on? The Keeping Up with the Kardashians is coming to an end, and I can proud to say I've never seen it once.
Yeah, me neither.
And I am one of those. I never did. Fans of royal dramas, what were we watching last week? The Crown, right?
Well, you guys were watching. I was not a part. I do
No.
need to watch it. Everyone says it's really good.
Fans of royal dramas like The Crown, once voted the most popular series on Netflix, are the most fashionable and cultural, but love their traditions. We just watched The Crown last week because Priscilla had not seen the latest season, so we watched the whole season 4, I think.
Yeah, I think so. She kind of got into binge watching stuff while you were gone, but not really. It's hard to get Trish to sit down and watch TV.
And watch more than 1 or 2 episodes.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, if you like thrillers, all right, thriller lovers are some of the most extroverted and adventurous people there are. In a thriller genre, the threat of death or capture is ever present, and the clever plot twists usually complicate the matter. They may be nostalgic and have a love of fairy tales, perhaps harboring dreams of wealth and influence. And those that prefer documentaries, again, me, are thought to be more accepting and have an urge to seek out knowledge. Documentary viewers are also, excuse me, some of the more relaxed people.
I think he found this article and was like, "This makes me look pretty good. I'm gonna throw this in the show."
I got to make sure this goes on the show.
This makes me seem smart. And they said I'm fashionable. I've never felt fashionable, but let's throw it in there.
Now, do you find when I look at my TV habits and compare them to yours or your sister's, it's like things have totally changed, right?
In what way?
Well, like I watch shows on, like I love NCIS. I like Chicago PD. I like shows that are on the network. You're more into the shows that are streaming, and you will watch an entire series of a show, right, or an entire season, whereby with us it was like 1 episode, 2 episodes, all right, good night.
I mean, I don't watch an entire season in a day. I don't know what you're trying to say here. But I feel like you're transitioning into the binge watcher anyways. Like now, like a lot of these NCIS and stuff like that, you guys don't watch live. You guys usually bank up a bunch of shows and then you have to catch up. So theoretically, you're binge watching anyways.
Okay, so our way of watching is changing.
You guys are really into those shows, though. I don't know. I felt like Hawaii Five-0 I used to be into with you guys, but it just I felt like it kept getting repetitive. So
yeah, I guess that's my question is why don't you like some of the series that are on, and you just answered it because you feel they get repetitive?
Some of them. I mean, some of them do a good job. Also, you guys like to watch a bunch of shows. So, like, you'll watch an episode of The Crown, an episode of NCIS, an episode of Chicago Fire. Like, you guys have your different shows that you watch. I like to watch one show and watch it and then move on to the next one. That is how I work.
Yeah, that is a difference, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I might have, like, a couple shows, but typically it's one show, and I just watch it until the end. Also, that article didn't say anything about like sitcoms, like TV sitcoms.
No,
I don't know if they were looping that into the soaps, but I wouldn't consider a sitcom a soap opera.
And I did. I went not only to the story that was written, but I went to the newspaper. They found it, and I couldn't find anything about
because sitcoms is my thing. That's my thing.
Yeah, that's
Big
more yours.
sitcom person.
Yeah,
The Office, Big Bang Theory. Friends. I don't think Big Bang Theory gets enough love. That show is really good.
You don't think so?
Well, I think it's all.
Why does it have its
I think the
critics?
argument is. I don't think it has critics. I think the argument is always Friends or The Office. And to be honest, I think. I don't know. I hope I don't get any hate. I love Friends, but I think it goes The Office and then The Big Bang Theory and then Friends.
The Office.
Friends is getting very dated comedy wise. I feel like it's great. It's very nostalgic and it's very. I don't know. It's fun to watch. It's like a feel good show. But like The Office is hilarious. Like the comedy is just it's intelligent comedy because sometimes it's really stupid and sometimes it's really funny.
There are people that don't like The Office. There are people that have tried to see what it's all about and they don't like the show.
I think it's because it's awkward.
Okay. I was
going
to ask you what you thought.
There's no live studio audience. There's no laugh tracks. So the jokes had to be so good because no one was going to laugh at them. If that makes... Like, you can write a bad joke and kind of get away with it with like a live... Because if a lot of people laugh, I mean, this is just how we are as people. Like, if people are laughing, we're like, oh, that's funny. I'm going to laugh.
Right. That's a good joke. A lot of people laugh.
Yeah, but if you have no live studio audience, then the joke's got to be funny because no one's going to convince people to laugh.
The problem I had with The Office at the start was looking at Michael Scott and thinking, this guy is so stupid. Who would act like that? You know?
That was if you deep dive into Sarah's with me. If you deep dive into the story of it, and the writers have actually said this. Their biggest concern was that how could Michael Scott ever become the manager of anything because he's so immature and stupid.
Right.
But you'll see throughout the show, he's really good at his job. Like he was a really good salesman. Like you see it in like season 2 when he pitches to the guy in the Chili's. But he knows what he's doing. He's a really good salesman. So they do that, and they also humanize him at different points. It's really good. It's not just a stupid show if you like dive into it. I've also seen it a million times, so I've had no choice but to dive into it. I was going to say, what does the article say about people that watch The Office a million times? Because
I know
that's me and Sarah.
I'll have to see if I can find more info on that.
Yeah.
All right. And the other story I mentioned at the top of the show, what are your thoughts about a 4-day work week? It is being studied, and it is looking good, not only for your personal well-being, but also productivity. Researchers looked at over 2,000 employees who had their work week reduced to 35 or 36 hours while receiving the same pay as a 5-day work week. So that's crucial here. Worker well-being dramatically increased across the range of indicators from perceived stress and burnout to health and work-life balance. And there was no drop in productivity.
I was going to say, as long as there's no drop in productivity, there's no reason why it shouldn't be a thing because it's just going to be better for everyone.
Better for the commute,
You're getting the same work, if not more work done. And it's one less day that you need to pay for like expenses, stuff like that, for the company-wise.
So
I don't know. I think it makes a lot of sense.
As long as the company provides, as long as you don't take any cut in pay or anything.
Like, I don't think we could ever get away with, like, obviously this isn't like I don't know, we're not running like a huge business here, but I'm just saying, like different things I don't think could get away with a 4-day work week. Like us, I think people expect 5 days a week. So I think if we cut back a day, I think we would see a loss.
True.
So like stuff like this, or like news stuff that people expect 5 days a week. I don't know if you could get away with it.
Right.
Because they're like, I don't know, they're producing a product that's essential to be out 5 days a week. But if it's something that's, I don't know, just name a random job. Accounting. Nathan, let me know. But I feel like accounting you could do 4 days a week.
You could do 4 days.
And as long as it's the same, like productive wise.
Right.
But the problem is, business has been done the same way for how long? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, since we talked about it a couple weeks ago, but like since Henry Ford, like, is it Henry Ford?
With the assembly line?
Yeah, ever since that started, he kind of outlined the way the work week's supposed to be. And so it's going to be hard to change it. It's hard to change things that have been around for a while. I think we all know that. So so yeah, it'll be hard to change, but it might make sense.
All right. Anybody checking in?
Abby said, TV or streaming or both. I'm a streamer, personally. Pizza, both, I would say.
Yeah, but I think I lean more toward TV because that's what I know. That's how I grew up.
I also think the line's blurred enough now where, like, Xfinity On Demand is basically streaming. Or, like, recordings that you record is the same concept, extreme. Like, TV, I would say, like, watching live. And for me, that's just sports. So, I don't know.
Yeah, because I
it's
get
just becoming streaming anyways.
Yeah. Can you sit through commercials anymore? I mean, it really wears on me to have to.
Sometimes. I mean, I would say, like, what is it? Hulu. I have Hulu. I don't watch a lot of shows on Hulu, but I only have like the basic version of it because it came with Spotify, and so they play commercials, but it's only like one or two, and it is like a change up. You're like, oh snap! I have to wait right now. Like, where's my? But I don't know. Typical like screen addict. Whenever a commercial comes up, I just pull out my phone, scroll for a little bit. Oh, the show's back on. Put my phone down.
Yep.
Which we're all just
screen addicts.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's the truth. I wonder if the sad truth.
I wonder if I could unplug. Do you think I could unplug for a weekend?
No. Is Trish out there? I can ask Trish. I guarantee she would say no too. I don't think you could.
Yeah.
I think you're addicted to knowing what's going on, like finding information. You've always been a big news guy, so I don't know if you could, to be honest. I don't know if I could.
What do they call that? FOMO. I have the fear of missing out.
Yeah. Well, my problem is all my work is on screens, so like I don't know what I would do if I couldn't use screens. I would feel very unproductive.
What do you think, folks? Should
It's a big issue for
Should
me.
I unplug for a weekend?
You can try it. What weekend are you going to do it? I mean, you'll have to like.
Do I have to do it this weekend?
You'll have to
I'm
stack.
not ready.
You'll have to stack up with things to do because we're talking no screens at all, right? No TV. We're talking no.
Oh, are we? I thought we were just talking none of this or the phone.
You can't just say, "Oh, I'm not going to go on my phone and then watch Netflix the whole weekend." Where's the unplugging there?
You know, I agree with you. I don't think I could do it
I don't think I could. I mean,
I used to when I was on the radio every day. When I had a vacation, I used to try to avoid newspapers. This is back when papers were a thing. But I used to try to avoid newspapers on vacation because I needed to get away. But I can't tell you the number of times we would walk through a hotel lobby and I would be, what's the headline?
Well, it's so ingrained in us now where I feel like there's like a panic that sets in whenever you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And I don't think that's good for us at all.
Oh no, 100% no. No, phones have like only been bad. No, that's not true. There's good things from the internet, but there's a lot of bad things.
Yeah.
The way we are, we're just like we said, we're addicted. Which is, I mean, do you guys tell us in the chat? Do you think you could unplug for a weekend? I don't even think I could do it for a day.
All right, I agree with you. I don't think I could. I think I would get antsy. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. You know?
I don't.
I would have to make a list. I would have to prepare.
See, I could see you reading a lot.
Yes.
You're a big reader, so like I could see you just reading for a weekend and being okay, but I still think you would struggle. There's a bug on the wall.
I would have to prepare to relax. And how sad is that? Is he making it in the camera?
I think it went behind the window frame.
What are those pincher bugs called?
Trish calls them earwigs. Is that a
earwigs
thing? I don't know.
Oh,
we got an earwig issue.
I saw one of those last night in the bathroom, and I went after it with the tissue, and I was like in fear. I don't know why. I mean, it's this big, right? But I'm thinking it's gonna pinch her. It's gonna get me.
I killed a spider. Oh, I know. I shouldn't have said that. I'm supposed to be working on catching and release. In my defense, you could not catch this one. It was like in the corner of the cabinet. But I felt good because I didn't ask for help yesterday.
Yes.
Dana said I will be unplugging for a week. A week.
Wow.
Unplugging completely. No TV, no phones, no nothing. And Nathan did say, yes, you could do accounting 4 days a week. It would just be a lot of work. I wouldn't mind it at all. Yeah, but I feel like that's the thing, though. Like, if you're up front, you're like, all right, 4 days.
Would you mind working 4 10-hour days to have one more off? So you get your 40 hours in.
That I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I think that defeats the purpose. Because I think at that point, that would make it worse. Because the whole point is, like, at the end of the day, you're going to be less productive than the beginning of the day. So if you add on 2 hours, they're going to be 2 pretty unproductive hours.
That's some deep thinking. I didn't realize that. You're right.
They've also talked about shortening the workday too.
Yeah.
It's not just shortening the work week, but shortening the work day. But I just think if you keep it an 8-hour day, but it's 4 days a week, I think you'll mentally work. You'll be prepared to work harder.
Okay.
The whole point that sucks is, I mean, we live, I don't know what, like 80 years on average, and we spend 5 days a week working. So it's like, how much of your life? And then we spend, say, 8 hours a day working and 8 hours a day sleeping. You get eight hours to do nothing on those, to whatever you want on those work days. And most of that's like travel, getting ready. Like, that's really sad. You're living 2/3 of your life. You're not really, I mean, sleep you can't avoid, so.
Well, that's a real positive thought to leave you with.
I'm saying we got to do better. Let's shorten the work week.
And
we'll
we
be
can
just
do
as productive.
better.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
And do what you love, because then, what is it? Do what you love, and you're not working a day in the
You'll
whatever.
never work a day in your life.
You guys know the saying.
You know it.
So that's why we're doing what we love, and we're making no money from it. Let's go. That's what it's all about. Yeah. Who needs money?
All right. So you need to let us know what your Mount Rushmore is for candy bars.
Yes.
All right. I forgot about Kit Kats, so I'd have to.
This is a real struggle for Pete here.
Yeah,
I
guess
I'll redo this.
Well, I'll bump the M&Ms out. So I'll put in Reese's Peanut Butter Cup as number 1. That's my George Washington. And then we go, what did I say? Hershey with almond, Kit Kats. And now I'm stuck. Which one did I forget?
I was not paying attention.
Okay.
Hershey, you said 2 Hershey's. You said Hershey with almonds and the regular Hershey.
And Hershey without.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I would put Kit Kats in 4.
Yeah.
All right. So
Diane did say earwig. So I feel like they're afraid of the light because I feel like at nighttime is when they all come out, and then when you go downstairs and you like turn on the light, they all run away.
okay.
I know nothing about them. That's my theory.
It's one of those things where I look at and think, what was God thinking when he created this one? You know?
Do they actually pinch you? I don't know. I never get close enough.
Yeah, I'd rather
Plus, they
not,
run. They seem to be very scared of you.
I'd rather not find out.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. Danny says he's going to fish camp in northern Maine.
Cool.
What is fish camp like? Do you just fish, or do you get like... I don't know, is there like arts and crafts as well?
I'm picturing like a getaway,
Snack
log
time?
cabins. There's a lake.
That's where just everybody sends their dad. They're like, just go away for a
Dad,
week.
go to
Jesus,
fish
go to
camp.
fish camp.
Take your socks and sandals and go.
Danny said phones for emergencies only.
Okay.
That's big. And do you not have a problem? Is this the first time, or have you done this before, and is it just no problem at all?
It's not his first time, I don't think.
That's crazy.
So-
I don't know. Maybe we should try one weekend completely unplugged.
Do you get antsy like by, I don't know, midday Saturday?
I don't know if antsy would be my issue. I think bored would be a serious issue for me. I don't know if I could keep myself entertained.
Yeah, what would you do? Because you're not a reader. You don't really like to read.
I'd read from time to time.
Yeah, but you don't read books the way I do.
Okay, Pete, no one reads books like you do.
Okay, point taken.
But also, the past year, I have read books, so suck it. Anyways, Gloria said, yes, love The Office, still watching reruns. Love movies, and the only thing good live is sports. Yeah, that's really the way it is now.
Yeah.
Sports and like maybe the news, but this guy records the news.
I record the news. Well, I started doing that because it's like I could never get to the top story. You know, I would always tune in late.
Yeah.
And really, the first 2 or 3 stories are the biggest.
Yeah.
You know? So I would get there late. So I started recording it, and now it's cool because I can zap through commercials.
That is true. That's a good point. Yeah, everyone's saying earwigs. So what do you do with earwigs, though? How do we get rid of them? Or do they... I thought it was just like a short time thing. I thought they would go away at some point, but they've been with us for a little while now.
All right. Let me research earwigs.
Let's see. Dana said 3-day work week on the boo-boo bus. See, what you guys do, though, like Trish is 2 24-hour shifts, and I don't know. You would have to really love what you do to work an entire... I don't think I could do much working 24 hours a day.
And I think you guys are amazing when the alarm goes off at like 3 a.m. and you're like up and out. It's like me. I would have to get up, go to the bathroom, brush my teeth,
Make some breakfast, read the newspaper.
I don't know how you have
What we're trying to say is a lot more people would die if Pete and I were on the truck.
That's why we're not on the truck. That's why we're doing this.
Couldn't do it. That's why we sit here and talk about nonsense for an hour.
Candy bars and earwigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the title of the episode?
It always happens. When we wrap up the show, the music plays, headphones come off, and he says, okay, what did we talk about to label the show?
Yeah.
And we always, never fails. We go,
No idea.
what did we talk about?
We have to replay the episode. That's like people sometimes walk up to us and they're like, oh my God, I was talking to so-and-so about like today it would be, I was thinking so much about the candy bars. And I would look at them, I'm like, what the hell are they talking about?
It's what you talked about this morning.
Like one time it was something about Crocs. Like, oh my God, so-and-so was talking to me about Crocs. And I was just like, what does this have to do with me? I don't understand why you're talking to me right now about this.
Back when I was doing the radio show, I would meet someone that afternoon or that evening, and they would say, you know, what you said today, that was so right on. I had no idea what they're talking about.
Couldn't agree more. Walk away.
Or the opposite. You know, I totally disagree with you. It's like, okay.
Well, everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I would forget what they're
No,
talking
I'm saying
about.
that's just what you would respond. Like, I don't know, some generic thing like, all right, let's talk about it again sometime, and then just walk away.
All right. We shall wrap up here. And do you have any other... I don't want to not address someone's
I know
comments
sometimes there's a lot of comments and I miss some and I feel bad at the end of the show because I can still see it and I'm like, I didn't talk about that.
Missed the boat.
Gail said, I worked 3 12-hour shifts a week for years as a nurse. Was great till I got older, and 12 hours is way too long.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. 12 hours would be tough. I mean, I don't know how Trish does 24 hours. Like, it's crazy. Crazy. Let's see. Dana said, cabins, fishing, drinking, 12 years. 12 years. That's awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome. So no arts and crafts is what I'm getting at. I don't know. It doesn't really sound like a summer camp to me.
I think I used to. What's that stuff we used to use? GIMP at summer camp?
Oh, was that the bracelet
plastic
thing?
Yeah, you make a bracelet or a keychain.
And Kat used to do that.
Yeah.
Dana also says, listen to nature, watch the lake, hike, and fish. That sounds like a great way. I think something like that, maybe I could unplug. But
Wouldn't
just
that be
like sitting in my house unplugged, I don't think I could.
Wouldn't that be a great way to spend your day watching the lake?
Let's podcast.
It's not going to go anywhere. You know?
Can we podcast at fish camp? Well, that's electronics. How would I run it?
That's
what
right.
if I get somebody else to run it, and I'm technically unplugged? All I'm doing is talking into a microphone.
That might work.
We're looking for an intern now.
Okay.
Gail says, I prefer watching your show live. Well, we appreciate it.
Well,
Live is always fun.
Thank you.
But we are on podcast apps as well.
Yeah,
If you watch half the show and you got to drive somewhere, throw on the podcast, and it'll be great.
We help make the miles go by.
Yes, that's our motto we just came up with. Anything else?
No, I think that's it. I don't know what's up for today. The nieces are in town. Abby's in town.
Yeah,
So,
Abby that's in the chat. Liz and Becky, they're here. The kids.
They are here from
whole
Vermont with the
squad.
kids. So I think we're meeting up today, so that'll be fun. And I do have to spend some time studying for tomorrow's show. So
Yeah, that's true. Well, I have stuff I have to do for today's show, wrapping up today's show. Dana says, no crafts, no GIMP bracelets. I can send pics. But if you send pictures, isn't that not unplugged?
Isn't that tech?
I'm just
I
saying.
don't
Unless you
know.
take the pictures and send them out.
I don't know. You know, and I'm also worried, what did I set myself up for? I kind of set myself up to try a weekend with no check, didn't I?
I don't think you could do it. I'm going to be honest. Maybe I'll vlog the entire thing.
Oh, wow.
I'll watch them like a reality show.
So you can be on,
Pete, how are you doing?
you can have it, but I can't.
Yeah, we'll do it different weekends.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we leave you with our thought for the day, which we will post later today online. If you don't let the past die, then it won't let you live.
Boom.
If you don't let the past, you tell me not to repeat it, but sometimes I just like to think
I think
about
if it's a
it.
short enough quote.
If you don't let the past die, then it won't let you live. How true. All right, go out and make it a great day.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.